Hello, my name's Rebecca. I help out at the Explore meetings in the Martyrs Memorial Church in Belfast. I'm originally from Ballymoney and I have just finished a 3-year degree in English and History at Queen's, and I'm about to begin a post-primary English PGCE also at Queen's in September. I just want to talk to you about my experiences with the Martyrs Memorial meetings for the kids, the Explore meetings, and just what I do there, how I got started, and also encourage you to maybe consider giving up your Monday evening if you're in Belfast to come and do this work for the Lord. It's just such a great work and I really encourage you to think about it. So I started helping at these meetings in 2017 whenever I moved to Belfast. I wasn't really worried about moving to Belfast, but I was disappointed that because I was moving to Belfast I would be missing out on helping out at the children's work in my own church on a Tuesday night. Obviously being in Belfast I wouldn't be able to help out at those meetings anymore, and I've been helping out at them for a few years at that point. Obviously I want to be a teacher, so I really love working with kids and I feel really led to help out with children's work when serving God, and I just was kind of disappointed that I wouldn't be able to do that again. Thankfully though, I had a friend called James McAuley and he had been helping out at the Martyrs Kids meetings for a few years before I arrived in the scene, and he told me about them and he suggested that I start helping at them. So I gladly accepted, and now every Monday I go to the Martyrs and I help with these kids meetings. So I keep talking about the Explore meetings, so just to clarify, we have the Explore meetings and we have the Reach meetings. Explore is for kids aged 4 to 10, and then the Reach meetings are for kids 11 up. So I help with the younger meetings and I love it. I absolutely love it. They're great kids and it's just so encouraging every Monday night to see maybe 70 to 100 kids gathering in under the sound of God's word. It's just such a great opportunity to serve God, and it can be kind of scary sometimes standing in front of 70 kids, but it's such a great way to start yourself into being able to stand in front of people and to talk about God, because sometimes that can be really daunting just in itself. But if you know Phil Harton, you know that he is going to throw you in and he's going to get you working and he's going to get you serving straight off the bat. So before I started at the Belfast meetings, I hadn't really done that many stories. I'd already done memory verses and quizzes in the meetings. But maybe like 3 or 4 weeks into my starting at the Belfast meetings, at the Explore meetings, Phil turns to me and he says, "Rebecca, would you do a story?" And I'm always up for a challenge, so I said yes. And if I'm being honest, I was so nervous for that story, looking down at all these little kids' faces and trying to tell them about God's word and just feeling so convicted for their little souls. I mean, it's such a blessing to be able to bring God's word to those kids, but it is also such a big responsibility and I was so nervous. But God helps you and God will always be with you whenever you're doing these works for him, and I really did feel God's presence at that time, and I think that's what these works are so important for. They really do help us to feel more connected to God. I mean, even studying for these children's stories, you do learn so much for yourself. I'm just going to leave you with a little verse that says in Mark 16 chapter 15, "And he said unto them, Go ye into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature." I know this is often applied to mission work and going far away and into foreign lands, but if you're going to be in Belfast in September, maybe you're starting uni, maybe you've been at uni already but you haven't been serving at children's meetings, I would encourage you to take this little verse upon your heart. We're going to go into all the world, but that includes Belfast and that includes where you're at right now. If you're at uni, you are going to be there for a few years, and I would just really encourage you to look around at the place that you're at and to try and reach those who are around you. The Bible has commanded it and it is such a great work and it's such a blessing to be able to reach these kids. So if you're free on a Monday evening and you are living in Belfast, I would sincerely encourage you to speak to Phil Harton or speak to James McAuley. Speak to someone who you know helps out. Speak to me and I will redirect you. But I would really encourage you to reach out and to volunteer your time and your Monday evening. You won't regret it. Any work for God, you won't regret.